I love this background, and plus it's sunset at the moment, so the background is actually looking a bit yellowish, more yellowish than before because it's the sunset color. Hi guys, my name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome and welcome back. Today it's time that I updated my project pen. I've got my little book. Oh, it's here. I do markings for the product that I can see, but I also record the number of usages for my makeup product. So if you don't know, I started a 22 products to pen in the year of 2020, all used up if it's a skincare, and I have some really good progress actually, especially for my skincare. I've got a few empties to show, so I've got things that I wrote out completely and new things to wrote in. I've actually wrote in something twice. That's just how good I am using it up. I'm very happy and proud of myself. So if you like this type of videos, grab a cup of coffee or something. I'll try to be quick, but sometimes I can get too sometimes I can be like this, so it's gonna take a little bit longer than usual. Alright, without further ado, let's just get started. Let me have a look. We're gonna start with skincare, shall we? Because I love my skincare. I will leave some time stamps down below, so if you want to see the makeup portion, we can just jump. For cleanser, I've put in the Swisse Plantation Tea Tree Face Wash for acne cleanser. I didn't start as a full bottle, so I probably started somewhere here. It's been kind of washed off because it's in the shower. This is where it's at the moment. I marked this yesterday before I used it because I marked it when I got home straight away. Sorry, my nails are chipping because I tried a new technique and apparently I don't think it's been working. So I feel like by the end of next update, I can most likely finish or very, very close to finish. I started this project in March and I'm filming it in April. So I feel like my update will be either next one at the end of May or early June. And then it takes me time to film and record because I only have certain days when I'm not working. But yeah, you're not missing out on anything. I'm really happy that I can almost swapping out a face wash for the next update. For my toner, I've got the Pixi. For toner, I've got the Pixi Glow Tonic, 5% glycolic acid. This is a product that I can see to be used all year long to actually finish it, which I'm not mad because I'm really enjoying it. So I'm wanting to take my time, enjoy while I'm using up and panning through it. I started over here and up to yesterday, we've already up here. So halfway through the labels. I'm thinking next time I'll be really close to finish the label, but I won't be done here. So we'll see how it goes. So based on how much I've used, I reckon it's gonna be nearly a whole year project for me. But I've got a few toners I wanted to start using it. I might use them during the daytime. This is my nighttime current favorite toner. After toner, we've got serums, and this is where the excitement comes. Drum please. I originally put it in the Neogen's hyaluronic acid hydrating essence. This is a 50 ml bottle, but it was a very thick one that a little bit goes a long way. I tried this to work with my foundation, which I don't think I've bring it. I might need to go back and grab it. A foundation didn't work. It doesn't work with all foundations. So I just basically use it as a serum itself, but it is supposed to be used alone, mixed up, or you know, all kinds of. So it's completely emptied. It was here more than halfway, and now it's gone. And I finished it. I'll finish this one on the 8th of April, so early April. So then I started using another serum. It's the Boost the Lab Vitamin B3 Blemish Rescue Serum. This is something I really like as well. It's got niacinamide in it. So I started over here, and because I've been experiencing acne problems, if you cannot see all the little pimple marks here, I've been using it day and night to pair with my vitamin C or my vitamin A retinoid at the night time. It took me pretty much no time to finish. So I've already finished this bottle completely as well. So the date that I finished this was the 20th of April, so just a couple days ago at the time I'm filming it. So after I finished that, I put in another vitamin C serum, like really trying to use it up because these serums doesn't last very long and the shelf life for this one is 12 months. I'm currently half bottle away, so really trying to use it ASAP because I've reviewed this at the start of the year, yes. So I want to finish this in my next update. That's what I'm hoping. This is the PURITO Pure Vitamin C 5%. I started the black line, if you can tell, and I marked it again just to show you guys the update. It's just a little bit less. It's the green line underneath it. I try to use a different color marker every time when I mark it, so it makes more sense, like it stands out even more since I've got those colorful markers. So I'm hoping to finish this one next time as well. These are 2 empties already for my serums. And then moving on to creams. My eye cream, I feel like it's almost finished. This is the Swisse Argan Oil Revitalizing Eye Cream. I started like somewhere here, but it was really hard to mark it because it's got things on the sides. So I really have been pushing everything out. And I squeezed so hard this morning, but I can still get product out of it. I feel like I probably can finish by the end of this week. Yeah, and I won't cut it because it's not worth to that point. If I really couldn't squeeze anything out, that's when I'll put in a new one. I haven't decided what to put it in. I feel like I'll go with my flow, but I'm definite that this one will be rolling out by the next project pan, like it's gonna be an empty. Then for moisturizers, I've got the 40 Fathom Skin Regenerator. This I started, I will say somewhere just here because it wasn't having a lot left. I was trying to use it up because I had this since the end of 2020, so it's definitely been longer than it's supposed to be. And I've hit pan. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, I'm just happy and I don't even know what I'm seeing. So I'll put in another one of my favorite, but I've been opening it for a while, which is the Senderali CO Vitamin C Cream. This one you can't do labels either, so I'll take a photo to show how it looks like at the start, and this is how it looks like today. I feel like I've actually made some good progress already. I don't know if you can tell. Hopefully the comparisons are showing a bit better. I don't know if it'll be finished completely by the next time because I don't know how much is left, but I feel like in 1 or 2 updates I can finish this one and then I'll decide what else I want to put in to replace this. It could be a moisturizer, it could be some other face product. And then for the lip, I've got the Glycolic Love Balm Rose or Rose Love Balm. I've completely finished it, but you still see product in here because I depot another one because this is rolling out. So I'm rolling in another new lip product. It's the NATIO Moisturizing Lip Balm SPF 30. I don't know if you can see this. This has been more than what it's supposed to be as well. So I completely rub off the expiring date because I used to put this in my purse. So it's just continuously having this friction, having a fight in the bag with all my other products. I've only got a tiny bit left, just what's in the tube. So I just scoop it out and I feel like it's perfect space to put everything still in this little jar. But this is considered as an empty. This is an empty bottle, but it's still got product in. So I'll keep the same packaging, but we'll have one more empty for the project pan. So far, I'm really good with all my skincares. And then I still have excitements coming. For mask-wise, I've got 3 products put it in. First is the Lanolin Leno Face Base, the Aussie Flyer Leave-On Recovery Mask. This is where we start over there, and here's how it goes today. I used this for a period of time. You can tell there's a big dent, progress, and then I just stopped using it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I really need to sort of get myself back to the trend of using it, otherwise I won't have a progress. It's maybe because I see myself already having a progress. I'll be like, yeah, let's chill, I start focus on other things. I really need to get myself start using this because, as you always know, the top is easy to see the panning, and as you go towards the bottom, it's getting harder and harder because all the product is squeezed here and there's no bubbles or airs left in there. So I really need to focus onto myself that I at least use it 2-3 times per week. There's a couple week that I used it so well, and now I'm just like not even reaching it, not even once per week. So I really need to start working on this so I can finish this by the end of the year. I don't see I can roll in another one, but I want to finish this. Okay, focus. The other mask is a clay mask. It's from the Swisse Manuka Honey Clay Mask. I've got good progress for this one. It was kind of almost a full jar. Now I don't know if you can tell, I feel like we're over here. I try to use it evenly so I don't make a dip in there and it makes it hard to tell how much I've left. So I'm kind of feeling we are here. But I don't want to do a marking because I don't feel like that's very accurate. I've been using this once per week, like very regular once per week. But some of the week I might apply a very thick layer for certain areas. Other week, if I feel like my skin conditions are good, I'll just do a thin, like a gentle clean. Is that the last? No, the second last product for skincare is a oil. It's the SUKIN Rosehip Certified Organic Rosehip Oil. I don't like using this as a face oil. I still really enjoying this as a body oil, so I've used it a couple times, not a lot, because I opened another travel size, which I thought I'll finish in 2 goes, but it's still hanging there. So I'm using that one at the moment actually. We started, I don't know if you can see the start, I don't think so, at the top part as the same level of the label, and now we're here. Can you see the green one? Hopefully you could, because I tried to pick a bright color. So we're here at the moment. This is gonna be another like a whole year long project unless I use it on my body every single day after I finish taking a shower. Maybe it will be something that I do in a really cold winter in Australia. We're currently into the autumn now, so there are days like it's really cold, I want to splash a lot of moisture on, and still like today is quite warm if you go out during like the afternoon or like noontime. Now it's getting cooler and I think the sun is almost gone by now. But yeah, I will try to use it a little bit more once I get to the cooler month. The last but not the least is something that I surprised, or not the last. Oh, this is actually the second last because I have another mask. For my brows, I've got the MAULI, I don't know how to say this, Strong Grow Brow Oil. I started as a completely new bottle because I received this from Looks Fantastic at the end of last year. Now we're here, so we're used a little bit. I mean, this is on your brow, okay? So I'm not asking a lot. I think this is a really good progress actually. I'm happy about this one, okay? No judging, but I don't think I can finish by the end of the year. I'll use as much as I can and then this will be rolling out. If I'm still happy to use it, I'll roll it into a new project pan maybe. I've actually got one more mask. This will be the number 11th product for all the product I'm trying to pan in 2022 and the last one for skincare. This is the COSRX Advanced Snail Hydro Eye Patches. This is so close to finish and it will definitely be out by the end of next update. Once this finish, I'll start using some single sheet eye masks and also some single sheet lip masks. I want to use them up because I don't really enjoy a lip mask. So if I'm not putting in project pan, I'm probably never ever going to use them. So I should use them before they're completely, you know, gone dried. They have 60 patches here and they have big and small sizes. I've used up all the big ones. It's really easy to see from the bottom. I don't know which way is easier. I've got a couple of small ones here left. It can last me maybe 3 times if I use it like wisely. Sometimes I'll do 2, sometimes I do 4 the little ones. It depends because it doesn't cover as much area as the big one, and I'll just finish this. Definitely will not repurchase. I don't really enjoy it, but it was something that I opened very recently. I don't want to wait until it's too late. That's all gone bad, all dried. I'm very happy that I used it up in the very recent time when it's still new and fresh to me. And that was everything for my skincare. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 empties. 4 things wrote out for the first update. I'm very, very happy. And there are a couple that's about to go. So I'm really excited for the next update for my skincare as well. Start to look to see what I want to put in to replace them. Those are really fun, interesting moments. Moving on to makeup, I don't do makeup very often. I watched a video the other day and that YouTuber was someone loving pen as well, and she mentioned she used like 20 sometimes of makeup in a month, and we're like, oh wow. I'll be lucky if I can use it more than 10 times. So what I'll do with all my painting product, I start write down how many times that I've used it, so I can tell myself the progression that I've made, although I'm not able to see anything. And then I still keep the same goal, like finishing or whatever, but I'll revise at the end of the year to see, saying this one I didn't finish, do I still want to keep it or I want to toss it away? Same as all the others. Or I can roll into a new project pen, which I won't do like this next year. I want to do something more of number of usage, so it's actually meeting my goal, so I can roll in and roll out a little bit more easier. Anyway, with primer, I've got the BOURJORIS Flower Perfection Translucent Smoothing Primer. This is a product I've already heat panned from the first introduction, and I wanted to finish this completely. So in the last month or so, I've used it 7 times altogether. I've been using it a little bit more frequently recently. I've just, started making sure that I do apply makeup before I go to work, since we're not super restricted with mask. You still wear it, but it's just, it's not like when I first started, so it's a bit better. So I can see myself use more times in the next update, and maybe we can finish it by the end of the year. I can't ask a lot for my makeup products because I'm just not one of those people, and I wanted to be one of them. And then for foundation, I've got IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Neutralizing Correcting Cream, and I've got in the shade Translucent Transforming Neutral Beige. This is definitely gone a lot drier than I used to remember. So I was able to use it as a foundation before, and I've tried the same method and I use it around 5 times like that. Every single time, even if I try with one of my favorite hydrating primer, I still got comment that it was very makeup-y. It wasn't looking bad, but you can tell that you applied a layer of makeup. So I've been starting to using it as a correcting cream. So it's something that I will do touch up or cover all my blemishes, since I've got a couple because of the mask wearing. So I can actually make a use out of it now, but it won't be the same amount as if I applied as a foundation. So my goal was to use it up. Now my goal is to use it before I hate it. So probably try to finish as much as I can. Overall wise, I've used it 8 times so far. Better than my primer, but hopefully I can use as a correcting cream every single day and fell in love with it in a different format, not as a foundation but more as a spot concealer. For actual concealer, I've got the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is something that I've repurchased a couple times and I'm just not feeling liking it. So this time I'll use it up and I won't repurchase it again because I don't need it. We started here, where's the black line, now we're at the green lines here. I actually have a huge progress on this and I feel like I can definitely finish by the end of the year. So what I do now, if I'm gonna apply some makeup, I'm actually using this almost like a foundation and then using the correcting cream on the spot that I want to further trade it and maybe emphasize a little bit under my eye, brightening with this one. If the face is looking a little bit too pale, I'll bronze it out with my bronzer, so that's fine. Today's base is a sunscreen I'm using. It's a tinted one from Avene. That was really good. It's a compact cream. And then I just use this to dot to the areas that I want to do. And concealer to brighten my under eye and do the rest of makeup as usual. To set my face, I've got the designer brand's Hydro Set Translucent Powder. This one I've used up quite a lot of times because I use it not just for setting my face, but if I'm applied a sunscreen and then I applied a bit of tint, like tinted cream I mentioned, that's like a sunscreen / makeup product, I will use this to set my face as well. So I definitely use this on an almost daily basis if I'm applying quite oily sunscreen. So there are sunscreen that I don't need any sort of setting. I'm trying to use up the ones about to expire, and a lot of them are a little bit more oilier because I've not been reaching them. I can see to use this one a lot more often, and my goal is to finish this. I think I've actually made a bit of difference, but it's really hard to tell for a powder though. but I'm very confident that I should be finished by the end of this year. I've used up 12 times total for the last month or so, so that so far is my most used makeup product. And then for facial complexion products here, I've got 3. And oh my god, the face palette that I put it in is the NATIO contouring palette. I've already heated pan on my highlighter previously, and now I'm just working on these two, mainly just this one. I want heat pan on here, but I asked my mom the other day, I was like, what do you think? She said, I feel like you're still far away. I'm like, aren't you? Reckon that I'm so close? She said no. She reckons there's still a lot of product here to actually making to heat pan. So I'm just trying my best to working on it. On a daily basis, if I'm going to work, I won't apply any bronzer or anything. So I pretty much use my base product and then my setting powder, and boom, I'm all good to go. But like today, because we have quite a bit of holidays recently, so I've been trying to use it as much as I can. I've used up this bronzing shade 7 times, including today, and I do agree, it looks like there's still quite a lot of products here. But I won't change my goal. It'll still be hitting pan, but also in the meantime, I want to increase the number that I use this. So what I do is to use this as quite sculpting, also a really warmed bronzer. If I reckon this is too bronze that I want to buff it around, like using a powder to blend it, I'll go to my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. This is a product I've got, and I don't feel like I'm super in love. Well, I guess I had a high hope because everyone's talking so many good things about it. I just reckon it's good. It's good, but it's not my favorite. I like my Clinique one a lot better. My Marc Jacobs one much better than this. I know they're a bit more expensive, but to be honest, a bronzer can use a long time. So price is not that much difference if you consider like how much you spend per day per unit. So I'm trying to use some of the product off. If I can sort of make the colorful print go away, that would be really good, but I don't see that happening in any time soon. So I've totally used up this one 5 times so far. Only use it to blend everything together. I was actually thinking rolling this one out and bring something else in, and then I was like, you know what, we'll just keep it, see how we go. I'm not having huge pressure on myself, so I don't want to change too many decisions. I want to keep to what I promised at the start of the year. And then for highlighting product, I've got the Flower Beauty Trail highlighting palette. My goal was to heat pan on any of the shade, but what I've realized is it's such a creamy product. So what I do is to dip, saying I'm using the pink one today, one dip, and then I tap, 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 and then apply it on my face. I've used this one today, and I can still see very streaky, intense highlighting shades on my face. So it will be very, very hard to heat a pan, that's what I'm trying to say. But I've been really enjoying it in the same time. If I apply too much while I was trying to use it up, I was like, let's just go heavy. It looked awful on my face. But if I just use a little bit, it looks very well. And I actually can use that some of my highlighting shade from this palette as well, just to blend things away. So I'll just dab in a little bit of this, sort of buffing it away as well. Just the same way I use this bronzer to buff this bronzing shade. So I actually do like the combinations that I've got here, and because I don't use blush very often, like these red, it's all coming from my natural skin. Doesn't matter how much makeup that you put it on, as soon as you sweat, you flush, just inside of you shows on the face, you can't hide it. So I would like these 2 colors more, just to give you a hint of blushy color. Well, my face is not showing the red, but in a few hours time, it will just be looking naturally like this. Even if I don't apply makeup, I still have 2 red cheeks. And I used to be told I wear makeup too often at school, and I was like, no, I wasn't. It was my skin. And then moving on to eyes, I've got one eyeshadow palette trying to hit 2 shades in pan. The shades were this one over here, they don't have a name, it's a base shade. And then the shimmer ones over here. So the base one, I feel like I can heat pan because it is already having a dent Where the shimmer ones, I do use a lot, but it feels like very nicely pressed and not as powdery as the matte one. So it might take me a while. So far the matte base shade I've used 5 times. And then the shimmer one I've used 4 times in the last month. So that's how often that I actually do apply eye makeup. Did I tell you how many times that I used the highlighter? I cannot remember. Doesn't really matter what shade that I choose, as long as I use the palette, it counts as one use. So I've used it up 6 times in the last month or so. So speaking of heating pan, that's a long project, but have faith, okay? And then moving on to my lips product, I've got 2. One is a lipstick, one is a lip oil. The lipstick that I put in here is the Anko Beauty limited edition. It's their peach edition. It's the shade Peachy Bellini. I've definitely used a bit. I feel like if I measure the length, I can see a difference, but I'm not so interested in that method. So I still count the time that I used it. I've used 9 times in total, and that's including today. But saying if I finish eating and my lips completely gone and I reapply it, I wouldn't count it as a second use. It will be when I do my makeup. If I used it, then I count as one use. Otherwise, I'll be recounting this again and again and again and again. Same with the lip oil. I've got the Revlon Kiss Glow Lip Oil. I've got in a nudie shade. This is 009 Bouncy Beige. I don't know if you can see it. I forgot to do the swatches for you. Or are you guys interested in this shade? This is a very winter friendly shade. It's got a little bit peach, but also have a bit of browns sort of tones in this. It's a perfect transition shade for summer to winter, winter to summer, in autumn and spring as well. And the nude lip oil are also similar, so they can pair together well, but you can also use it alone. And plus this shade can be used even if you're not wearing makeup because it's very neutral and gentle. I've used up this one 9 times as well. There are days I only use one, not the other, but they sort of catch up eventually. Both are used 9 times. The last but not the least from the project pan is the Savvy by Designer brand Healthy Glow Mist. I thought I would have a high usage by the end of the first update, but there we go. This is your first at the start, and this is where we're at the moment. Definitely not a huge progress. I use it to wet my sponge sometimes, but now I've been actually using it to start setting my face because getting into the winter and I want more glowy. I've been really enjoying using it as a glowy finish mist. It's a good mist with a terrible nozzle. That's the only complaint that I got from this one. Overall, I'm still really loving this one, but it's not to the point that I love it that I will repurchase. I'll try to use it as much as I can. My goal was to finish this one. I'm still keeping the same goal, finish it. But if I use it like this little much every single time, I don't think I can. And that concludes all my progress for my Panning 22 products in the year of 2022. I'm super happy with all my skincare empties. I've got 4 there. And I actually can see some good progression in my makeup product that I feel like I can always finish a powder every year. That is not a problem. And if I do apply makeup as frequent as, you know, some of the other YouTubers or people who is on a daily basis using makeup and they're panning it, I can actually see a few products are going out of my collection, especially the base ones. Like the face and eyes are hard, but the base product and lips are easier. But I'll try my best this year, see how I go. This is not my strong speciality in makeup and panning, but I'm really good on my skincare. So I'm having super high hopes for my next update. Plus, I'm starting a new project pan for all my skincare. It's called, I haven't decided the name. It's like Clean Your Skin Inventory, or I don't know what should you call, or Skincare Goal for 2022, or Project to be Panned in 2022, something like that. I've got a whole list of products I want to finish by the end of 2022, or at least start using or use as much as possible. So my goal for that project is finish half of everything in there. So if you want to see that project pan intro, it will be coming up soon after this. Maybe consider subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed today's project pan video, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe again because I will be updating this. I said before, like every 5-6 months, but I feel like because I'm doing so well with all my skincares, I'll be able to give you guys an update every month or two. And if you are doing some project plan, I hope you're doing great, some good progress. Even if you're not, don't worry, just use as much as you can, and like recording the amount, like the number of usage is also very good. Now that I can see with the things I'm not having great progress, what should I do more, or if I should swap things out, or how can I do to improve the progress. I feel like it's a really good way of seeing the actual difference. Also really good helping you building the confidence of continue painting things, because you are using them, although you can't tell, but they are being used, and that's the whole purpose of this project pen. Anyway, enough rambling. I hope you guys have a great day, stay safe and stay positive, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.